Girls do this when trying to seduce you with innocent acts. Hey there, it's Anna. Have you ever noticed how sometimes the most innocent actions can carry a hint of seduction? It's fascinating, right? How subtle gestures and behaviours can be part of a more intentional strategy. So today, we are uncovering these seemingly innocent acts that girls use when they are trying to seduce you. These tactics are often overlooked because they're wrapped in a veil of innocence, but they can be powerful tools in creating intimacy and attraction. So ready to gain a deeper understanding of these behaviours and what they really mean? Let's dive in. Stretching to reach items. Notice when she makes a show of stretching to reach something, especially when you are around. It could be more than just trying to grab an item off a high shelf. This act can be a subtle but effective way of drawing your attention to her physique. It's a non-verbal cue that can be quite alluring, showcasing her body in a way that seems innocent and unintentional. It's all about creating visual appeal and inviting your gaze, all under the most innocent of pretexts. Asking for a lift as a favour. Now, when she asks for a lift, pay attention. It may seem like a simple favour, but often it's an excuse to spend time alone with you. Car rides create opportunities for private conversations without the pressure of direct eye contact. It's a relaxed environment where it's easier to open up and share. And the journey, whether silent or filled with dialogue, can be quite intimate. Plus, it's an opportunity for her to express gratitude, potentially leading to more personal interactions outside the vehicle. Unintentionally leaving an item with you. Now, did she leave her scarf or a book at your place by accident? It's a classic move. By leaving something behind, she creates a legitimate reason to see you again. It's a strategic act that opens the door for another meeting. And when she does come to retrieve it, it's not just about the item. It's an opportunity for her to re-enter your space and perhaps stay a little bit longer, deepening that connection. So watch out for this, as it's often more intentional than it seems. Choosing a shared umbrella. Yeah, when she insists on sharing an umbrella, even if there's room for two, it's a classic subtle move. This act creates an intimate space, bringing you physically closer. It's innocent, yet effective. You are so near each other that you can feel the warmth, you can hear her breath, and share whispered conversations. It's a situation that seems straight out of a romantic movie, and, well, it's no accident she put you both in it on purpose. And as she lingers close under the pretext of staying dry, it's a clear sign she's finding a way to be close to you in a way that feels natural and unforced. Recommending romantic books or songs. Pay attention when she recommends a love story or a particularly romantic song, because this could be her way of subtly expressing her feelings or setting a romantic mood. It's like she's giving you a glimpse into what she finds moving or romantic, possibly hoping you will see her in that light. Discussing the plot or lyrics later can also be a way for her to gauge your views on love and romance, seeing if they align with hers. Inquiring about your dream date. If she casually asks about your ideal date, it might seem like innocent small talk, but it's often more than that. She's likely trying to understand your romantic preferences, maybe even planning to recreate this dream date just for you. Now, her asking this question shows that she's thinking about dating in a context involving you, of course, which is a subtle yet telling sign of her interest. Sending photos by accident. The old accidental photo trick, it's a clever one, right? She's going to send you a photo that's cute or a little bit suggestive and then quickly says that, oops, this was meant for someone else. Now, this mistake allows you to gauge your reaction without committing to the boldness of the act. Because if you respond positively, it might encourage her to be more direct in her approach. And if not, she has the perfect out. It's a low-risk, high-reward tactic that many women use when they want to flirt, but aren't quite ready to be overt about it. Asking for clothing advice. When she reaches out to you for advice on what she should wear, especially if her options are a bit more daring or flirtatious than usual, this is a sign. Now, she's not just seeking your opinion, she's actually indirectly drawing your attention to her appearance. By involving you in her outfit choices, she's making you think about her in those items of clothing. It's a subtle yet effective way of getting into your head, right? Whether it's asking if a dress looks good on her, her or if a certain style suits her best. She's inviting you to visualize her in various scenarios, possibly hoping you will appreciate and remember her appearance long after that conversation ends. Creating a playlist just for you. Music, it's a powerful medium, and when she creates a playlist for you, pay attention to the lyrics and the mood of the songs. Because if they lean towards romantic and seductive themes, it's likely no coincidence. She's using music to convey feelings she might not be ready to express openly. Each song might be a piece of a puzzle, telling you a story about her emotions or setting a tone for what she desires. It's her way of speaking to you indirectly, hoping you will catch on to the vibe that she's creating. Inviting you for a walk. A suggestion for a casual walk, particularly in a picturesque or serene setting, can actually be more than just a desire for some exercise or fresh air. If it's in the evening under the stars or in a place known for its romantic ambience, it's a deliberate choice. She's creating an opportunity for both of you to be alone together in an environment that is, well, lovey-dovey and naturally lends itself to deeper, more personal conversations. It's a chance for her to connect with you on a more intimate level, away from the distractions of everyday life. Offering to share her dessert. Sharing food, especially dessert, is an act loaded with subtext. It's a small, intimate gesture that can quickly become flirtatious. When she offers a bite of her dessert, it's not just about the food. It's about sharing a moment, enjoying something sweet together. The act of feeding each other can be playful and sensual, breaking down barriers and fostering a closer connection. It's a seemingly innocent act, but one that can be charged with unspoken intentions and desires. Lightly grazing you whilst walking. This move is all about the power of touch, however fleeting it may be. When she accidentally brushes against your arm or shoulder while walking beside you, pay attention. It's a classic way to break the touch barrier under the radar. This subtle act can send a tingle of excitement and leave a lasting impression, making you wonder about the intention behind it. It's a way of testing the waters, seeing how you respond to her touch, and often a prelude to more overt flirting. Suggesting you try on a certain perfume or a cologne. Now this is all about engaging the senses. When she suggests that you try on a perfume or a cologne, then leans in close to smell it, it's an intentional move to close that gap between the both of you. The sense of smell is powerful and intimate, and by doing this, she's not just assessing the fragrance, she's entering your personal space, which can be quite arousing. It's an intimate gesture, veiled under the guise of helping you choose a scent, but the underlying message might be about her wanting to get closer to you. Playfully challenging you to a game. A playful challenge, especially in a game that requires you to be close to each other, can be a subtle way of seducing you. Now think games like Twister, where, physical contact is inevitable, or a pool game where she might need your help with a shot. These games provide a socially acceptable way to flirt and touch, breaking down barriers under the guise of friendly competition. It's a fun and light-hearted approach to seduction where the thrill of the game blends seamlessly with the excitement of flirtation. Choosing couple activities as a joke. Ever heard her say, "Wouldn't it be hilarious if we went on a tandem bike ride, like an old married couple?" If so, there's a good chance she's actually subtly testing the waters, because by suggesting activities typically reserved for couples but framing them as a joke, she gives herself that safety net. It's a clever strategy, really, and if you seem interested, it might just turn into a real date. If not, well, she just laughs it off as it's a playful suggestion. Now, this approach allows her to express interest without risking outright rejection. Randomly sending a heart or a kiss emoji. In today's digital age, an emoji, well, they can speak 1,000 words, right? And when she sends a heart or a kiss emoji seemingly out of nowhere, it's like a flirtatious nudge. It's her way of showing affection subtly and seeing how you react. Because if you respond positively, it could encourage her to show more overt signs of interest. But if you don't reciprocate, she can easily just brush off as a casual, friendly gesture. These little digital signals can be the beginning of the more flirtatious exchanges. Picking a scary movie for movie night. The classic scary movie move. If she suggests watching a horror film, knowing well that tense and scary scenes might make her seek comfort, It's a scenario ripe for physical closeness, jumping at a scary scene, grabbing your arm, or cuddling up closer on the couch. This is a strategic choice, creating a situation where physical contact feels natural and less intimidating. Plus, it's a great way to gauge your protective instincts, seeing if you are the type to wrap an arm around her during those jump scares. Showing interest in astrology. Ever noticed her bringing up astrology out of the blue? Now, she might turn to you and say, well, I'm a Scorpio and you're a Taurus, and they say that we're quite compatible. Now, this isn't just small talk. Many girls use astrology as a playful and non-threatening way to broach the subject of relationship dynamics. It's an indirect method of exploring compatibility without putting too much on the line. So, if you play along, it can lead to intriguing conversations about traits, compatibility, and even romantic potential, all under the guise of astrological fun. Dropping hints about being cold. Yeah, the oldest trick in the book, but it works like a charm. She says, feeling a little bit chilly, and then glances your way. This is more than just a comment about the weather. It's an invitation for you to offer your jacket or even to move in closer to her. This act creates a scenario where physical closeness is natural and warranted. Offering your jacket can be seen as a chivalrous gesture, and moving closer to share warmth is an innocent yet intimate act. It's a subtle way for her to gauge your interest and willingness to provide her comfort. As we wrap up our look at innocent acts that women use to seduce, you might be curious about more. So up next, you can check out the body language that women use to attract you, or explore how to respond to a girl flirting with you. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insights just like these.